It is said that in a quiet corner of the forest, an old hollow tree had housed a pair of small birds for years. The bark was marked by time, and the wind whistled through the branches. But for them, that shelter was home. Yet, as often happens in the most peaceful places, something invisible had begun to stir, a doubt as small as a seed. He loved her in a simple and complete way. He brought her the sweetest grains, wove grass threads with his beak for the nest, filled the air with melodies at dawn so she would never feel alone. Sometimes he even forgot about himself, just to see her peaceful. She wasn't harsh or cold. She was fragile. What if all this kindness is just habit? What if his heart one day takes flight elsewhere? The question gave her no peace. Thus began small quarrels. "You don't love me like before," she would whisper, masking her fear with a trembling smile. He, with tired but clear eyes, would answer, "If I didn't love you, why would I stay here every single day by your side?" The words, however, slipped away like drops on stone. They sounded right, but weren't enough to soothe the restlessness. A winter afternoon arrived, harsher than the others. The air stung. The sky promised snow. She, with a tense voice, said, "I want the truth. Tomorrow, before the sun rises, let's meet under this tree. Whoever arrives first will be the one who loves more." He was silent for a moment, then gave a gentle smile. "If this is what can calm your heart, so be it." She returned to the nest, determined to wake up very early. He remained there, still, watching the sun slip behind the hills like a dying ember. "What if I fall asleep? What if I arrive late and she thinks I don't care?" he thought. The idea bit him like frost. Then he made his decision. He wouldn't close his eyes. He would stay under the tree, guarding the night, so that at the first light of dawn she would find him already there. Not for a competition, but to erase every shadow from her mind. The wind raised its voice. Snow began to fall in thick flakes. Winter, in the forest, knows how to be cruel. The little bird crouched, seeking warmth in his trembling feathers. His legs became hard as twigs, his breath condensed into ephemeral little clouds. His eyes burned from the cold, but in his chest beat a stubborn rhythm. Stay, stay, for her. She too, in the nest, couldn't sleep. She watched the stars fade, counted her own heartbeats, and told herself, "I'll go very early. I'll find him waiting for me, and he'll understand how much I love him, too." When the sky began to take on a milky blue hue, she took flight. Every wing beat was a hope. Under the tree, however, she didn't see him. The branch was empty, the air silent. Her wings slowed, as if the entire forest had held its breath. He didn't come, she thought, and felt a brief, burning pang. She landed anyway, tried to breathe slowly. "Maybe I was right. Yet, I love you just the same," she whispered softly, as if the leaves could carry those words back to him. Something, however, was off. The silence was too full. The dawn light revealed small details, a furrow in the snow, a light spot at the foot of the trunk. She descended to the ground. There, where the tree's breath met the frozen earth, was a small, motionless figure, covered by a veil of white crystals. She lost her breath. She ran as if she could defy time. she found him curled up, wings stiffened, feathers stuck together by the cold. Eyes closed like one who had watched too long. No, please no. She wrapped him with her wings, trying to give him what little warmth remained, and cried tears that the forest never forgot. A step away from his body, she saw two tiny things, yet immense. A dried petal, one of those he had brought her in spring to perfume the nest, and beside it, a single feather of hers, placed carefully, like a bookmark in a love story. Nothing was written, but the message was crystal clear. I didn't leave. I watched here all night, not to prove anything, but so you would never doubt again. She held him close and reproached herself through her sobs. My dear fool, you stayed for me when I should have trusted. I should never have turned love into a test. Her lament echoed among the trunks, mixing regret and tenderness like a lesson carved in ice. Sometimes we seek loud manifestos, theatrical confirmations, fireworks to reassure us, and we forget love's truest language. The presence that makes no noise. The small, daily sacrifices, staying when it would be easier to fly away. We confuse security with challenge, when the heart needs care, not examinations. Authentic love doesn't run to arrive first, it remains. It doesn't justify itself endlessly, it builds. It doesn't measure, but protects. Yet, if we continuously put it to the test, we risk finding ourselves facing a trace of what was alive, a footprint in the snow instead of a heartbeat beside ours. Trust before doubting, embrace before pushing away, because when we learn to recognize silent love, sometimes it's already too late to hear it sing again. If this story touched you, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring you more emotions and reflections like this one.